So on this channel, I've made a bunch of different videos showing you how Gemini works and how it can be used for personal or work related reasons. But in today's video, I want to take it back to basics and give you a full deep dive into all of the different features inside Gemini so that you know exactly how you can use it across a wide range of different use cases. So by now, I'm sure most of you are used to the Gemini interface. You're going to be able to find it at gemini.google.com. And my goal with this video is to take you from beginner to expert so that you understand exactly how all of the different features inside of Gemini actually works. So I'm going to start off with a quick breakdown of the interface. So this is what it's going to look like once you go over to the URL. So bear in mind that there is going to be different plans when it comes to using it. The majority of you, I would say 90% of you, are going to use the regular free plan. You're not going to need to pay for it if you don't want to. I'm going to be using the pro one because I pay for it on a monthly basis, but a lot of the things that I'm able to do, you're going to be able to do with your Gemini, even if you're using it for completely free. But if I just open up the menu on the left-hand side, there's going to be some things that you need to be aware of. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So if I click into settings, as you can see over here, we've got activity. This is going to be all of the different things that you've used your Gemini for. Personal context, if I just click into this one, it's going to allow you to turn on the memory feature within Gemini. So if you want your Gemini to remember previous chats and refer to it so it can give you better answers depending on what questions you ask it, all you need to do is make sure that this is turned on. Same thing with this one. If you want to give it specific instructions, you're going to be able to click on add. If you want the responses to be more concise, you can enter it here. Whatever way that you want to personalize your Gemini, you're going to be able to do it in this box. You've also got the option to integrate apps. So as you can see, we've got GitHub as one of the apps that you can connect to your Gemini. We've got the Google Workspace, things like Gmail, Google Docs, Google Drive, so on and so forth. You can also connect YouTube Music as well. And just generally, there's going to be other things that you're going to be able to connect to your Gemini Notebook LM. You can upgrade, manage your subscription if you want to change the theme of your Gemini from dark mode, light mode, or the regular system mode. You're going to be able to do that. So this is everything within the settings and help section. You're also going to see chats in the left-hand menu as well. This is going to be all of your previous chats. Now, my ones are going to be blurred out, but whenever you have a conversation, you're going to be able to come here and refer to it, even if it was a conversation that you had many months ago. The next thing that I want to point out to you is gems. So if I just click into this, now the gem section is very interesting because what you're basically able to do is build your own custom version of Gemini, and you're going to be able to program it so that it always refers back to the initial way that you programmed it. So if I just click into new gem so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about, this is what the interface is going to look like. You're going to be able to give it a name, a description. It's going to be in this box where it says instructions, where you can tell it exactly what you want it to do. And in the knowledge section, this is where you're going to be able to add a file. So for example, if I wanted this particular gem to know everything about an ebook that I've made, and I want it to give me, let's say, content ideas based on the ebook, I'm going to be able to add it as a file, tell it exactly what I want it to do, how I want it to give me the answers, and it's going to be able to do it. I've got another video coming out real soon as to all of the different use cases when it comes to building your own gem. So be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss that video. But let's take it back to the main interface. So now that you understand exactly what's in the left-hand menu, I'm just going to quickly show you exactly how this main area works. And this is going to be where you're going to spend the most of your time if you're looking to use Gemini. So let's start off over here in the plus icon. So with this one, you're going to be able to add files. You're going to be able to add something from your Google Drive, photos, you can import code, or you can connect your Notebook LM account. And bear in mind that all of this is going to be in relation to the prompt that you're going to enter into this box. So if we go over to tools, as you can see, within Gemini, you've got deep research. You can create videos using VO, which is Google's video generation tool. You can create images, of course, using AI. And there's also canvas mode and guided learning. So I'm going to break down each of these different tools and show you exactly how I use them when it comes to my personal and business life. So we're going to start off with deep research. I'm just going to click into it like that. And what I'm going to do is enter a completely random prompt. So what I'm going to say is, I want you to give me a detailed report on the trends of digital products in 2026. I want to know the details and sources for the entire digital product market. So with deep research, what it's going to do is scan the entire Google search. It's going to cite every single reference, and it's going to come back with a detailed report based on the prompt that you've entered. Again, this is just a complete random example. So if I wanted it to also look at specific files as well, I can add it there. But for now, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to leave it on fast, and then I'm going to click on submit. Okay, guys, I'm back. And as we can see, it's now completed the entire report. Come back with everything. It's come back with the market value size for digital products. It's come back with the total spend. It's come back with a lot of the details that I need to know, things that I probably wasn't even thinking about. And of course, this is a little bit more boring when it comes to a use case of using Gemini, but for those of you out there that want to get a deep understanding of a particular topic, this is definitely something that's useful to use, because it's also going to give you all of the different sources that was used in the report. And then from there, what you can now do is click into any one of the different sources so that you can get even more information. But that's it for deep research. Let's move on to something a little bit more exciting. So I'm just going to click on tools, and the one that we're going to work on now is the create videos option. And this is powered by VO3. So if I just click into this, I'm going to enter a prompt for a video that I want to make. Now, I do want to let you guys know I don't use this feature all the time when it comes to making AI generated videos. But what I'm going to do is just enter this prompt that says, create a video of a computer screen that shows this spreadsheet on the screen of an iMac in a modern room on a desk. The spreadsheet will not be used. The camera will just pan around the iMac. And you're probably thinking, Sam, what exactly does this even mean? Well, right here, as you can see, I've got this spreadsheet that I also made with AI, and let's assume that I wanted to start selling it. And I wanted to get some sort of marketing video for me to use either on my website or my social media. What I can do is just take a screenshot of the spreadsheet just like that. I can come over here, drag it into Google Gemini. And what Gemini is going to do is analyze the picture, and it's going to be able to insert it into an AI generated video. Once again, this is just an example just to illustrate how it works. But as we can see, it was able to make the video in a couple minutes. So if I just click on play, let's take a look. Okay, so it's done a decent job. It's put the image directly onto the MacBook like I requested. It hasn't changed anything. It's put it on the iMac. It's done it in a well-designed way, high quality. And this is something that you're going to be able to use depending on where you're trying to put it, social media, your website, wherever it is. And you're going to be able to make up to 3 different videos directly within Gemini every single day. And stick around towards the end of this video, because I'm going to be showing you how you can get higher quality images with VO3 using Gemini in an alternative way that not that many people even know. But let's move on to one of the next ways that you can use Gemini, which is going to be by creating images using Nano Banana. So Nano Banana, for those of you that don't know, is Google's image generation tool, and it's built directly into Gemini. So if I just click into it, the way that it works is that you just enter a prompt, and it's going to be able to come back with an image that relates to the prompt that you've entered. And what I'm going to do quickly to demonstrate how it works is I'm going to create an image that's going to go onto a website for this ebook that I made earlier. So this is a ebook that's all about helping people improve their credit score. It's just a demonstration, guys, but I made this ebook, and if I wanted to list it on my website, I'm going to need a main cover image. And it goes without saying that the image generation tool is not just used for mockups. You can create Instagram images, you can create images that's going to go onto your website for content, paid ads, the list goes on, but I'm just giving you a simple use case. So what I'm going to do is just enter this detailed prompt. I've given it all the details of this ebook, and what I'm going to do is just click on submit. And there we go, guys. Literally within maybe 2 seconds or so, it's come back with this image, and I'm going to be able to download it straight away, use it. And once again, there's ways that you can get higher quality images using Gemini, and I'm going to show you that as we move forward. So you now know how to do deep research. You know how to get images, get videos made with Gemini. What I'm going to do is go back over to a new chat, click on tools, and we're going to move on to this one, which is called Canvas. Now, I would say that this is probably one of the tools within Gemini that I use all the time. I found it to be really powerful and really engaging, really dynamic, and you're going to see exactly why right now. So if I just click into this, the way that this works, for those of you that's not really sure, is that you can use this when it comes to building websites. You can use it to build apps. You can use it for prototypes. And you can just use it for regular interfaces, dashboards, planners, the list goes on and on. But the key thing about this is that you just need to make sure that you prompt it correctly in the right way so that it knows exactly what it needs to do. So the majority of you probably already know exactly how this works if you've been watching my channel, but for those of you that don't know, I'm going to use it right now to build out a step-by-step custom blueprint, an interactive one when it comes to helping me build up a info digital product store. So for me to get the prompt, I need to answer these different questions. So question 1 is, what type of info product do you want to create? I'm going to say that I want to create a faceless video info product. Question 2 is, what is your skill level when creating digital products? I'm going to say a beginner in this case, even though I'm advanced, but I just want to show you how it works. What niche do you have knowledge or experience in? I'm going to say in this example, travel and travel hacking. Let's go with that one. Will your info product require screen recording demonstrations? I'm going to say no. Do you have an idea of what your topic will be about? I'm just going to say becoming a travel content creator, and then I'm going to click on submit. And it's going to be with this custom prompt that you're going to get at the end of the quiz that you could just copy just like that. And then you can go back over to Gemini, paste everything in there. You don't need to change anything. Just make sure that you've selected canvas and then click on submit. And what it's going to do is start building out the main interface. So it's going to start coding everything. Doesn't take long whatsoever. And a lot of other AI tools charge for this, but you're going to be able to do this for completely free. So I'm just going to wait for it to complete. And once it has, I'm going to be back and show you exactly what it's come back with. Okay guys, I'm back, and as we can see, it seems to have finished it. So what I'm going to do is just click on share because I want to make it full screen so we can get a better look. Okay, so here we go. This is the interactive planner that it was able to make when it comes to helping me build out this digital info product. So we've got the dashboard over here. It's giving me all of these different estimates. I'm going to be able to change it so it's dynamic in that sense. It's got all of these different product titles when it comes to what I'm making, as well as the search volume on the right hand side. The curriculum that's going to go into this info product, the chapters if I want to make an ebook, competitors that are focused on this niche as well. So I can click directly into their site, check out exactly what they're doing. Some Instagram real ideas when it comes to getting me started. A step-by-step checklist for me to click through, all of the things that I need to do when it comes to listing out this digital info product on my store, and all of the resources and prompts. So this is definitely helpful, and it's going to be able to set a lot of people on the right path because of course Gemini is directly connected to Google's search database. So a lot of this information is going to be good when it comes to focusing on highly searched for titles, highly searched for competitors, so that you're going to be pointed in the right direction when it comes to building out everything. And of course, if you wanted to get a more step-by-step understanding as to how all of this works and how you can use Gemini to help you build an info product, and you want to get an over-the-shoulder aspect of how I would do this, I'm going to leave all the information, top link in the description down below. And it's not just planners and checklists or prompt builders that you can build using Gemini. You can also build websites or applications using the canvas mode, as I mentioned before. And I'm going to show you exactly how I would do this. So again, you're going to need to prompt it correctly. So we're going to use this prompt builder when it comes to building this web app. So I'm going to go through it super quick, but question 1 is, what type of web app do I want to build? Today, I'm going to go with invoice generator. But of course, there's all of these other options that you can choose from. We've got caption, web app builders, we've got email writers, we've got calculators. You know, there's a long list that you can take a look at. If you can't find anything, you can always type it in this box over here. I'm going to click on next. Who is this app mainly for? I'm going to say small business owners. What problem does this web app help people solve? I'm going to say helps them generate invoices. Click on next. What should the user input for them to get results? I'm going to say they should input text or numbers. So we're going to go with numbers and text today. What should the app show the user after they click on continue? I'm going to say that it should show them an invoice. Color scheme is going to be white and green. And question 7, which app builder am I going to use today? So as we can see, there's all of these different options. You can use the AI Studio, you can use Hosting Horizons, Google Anti-Gravity, but we're going to go with Gemini and click on submit. Okay, perfect. So with this, what I'm going to do is just copy this entire prompt. I'm going to go back over to Google Gemini. I'm going to paste the entire prompt in there just like that. Make sure that I'm on the canvas mode and then click on submit. And once again, what it's going to do is start writing out the entire code for this website / application. And it's not going to take too long for it to complete. But here we have it. This is the invoice generator. So what I'm going to do is click on share and then get the URL, because I'm going to be able to see it in a much clearer way. Now I've already filled out some information, as you can see over here. So I put a dummy business name, dummy address, as well as client details as well. And I'm also going to be able to add services or add lines when it comes to the actual invoice. If I want to type anything in, I could just put marketing just like that, as well as the price, and it's going to be updated on the invoice. And if I want to change the currency to Great British Pound, United States dollar, euro, I'm going to be able to do that, and I'm going to be able to export it as a PDF. So I'm sure that you're blown away by the fact that you're able to do this all within Gemini. Now, I'm not saying that Gemini is the best place to go to when it comes to these different use cases. As I said before, we've got Google AI Studio. I would say that's much better when it comes to doing this, because you're going to be able to actually build it in a way that you can launch it. Same thing with the Google Anti-Gravity. This is another powerful tool because you can build powerful applications just like this, and you're going to be able to host it straight away so that you can sell it, you can give it to your customers, you can make it go live for people to purchase, whatever the case is. Gemini, in my own opinion, is when it comes to prototypes or things that you're just looking to use for yourself. But either way, it's still amazing that we're able to use Gemini to do all of these different things, because not that many other AI tools are able to do this for completely free. And of course, if you wanted to gain access to any of those different prompt builders that I showed you, you're going to be able to do that by visiting the link in my description. But let's move on to some final ways that Gemini works. As I mentioned before, it's not just the regular Gemini interface where you're able to use it. There's other ways that you're going to be able to use Gemini because it's integrated into so many different Google AI products. Most people don't know this, but Google has this that's called Google Labs, and you can find it at labs.google, and it's got all of these different products that are still in experimental mode. Some of them are actually available to the public that you can visit directly. We've got things like AI mode. We've also got Notebook LM, so many different tools that you're probably aware of. But there's some other ones. For example, we've got this one over here called Flow. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about when I say that Gemini is directly connected to so many other platforms. Because if I just click into this link, it's going to take me over to this page. And what Flow is able to do is generate videos as well as images. So exactly what I showed you on the Gemini interface, but the difference is that Flow is going to be able to do it in a high quality. And to show you exactly what I'm talking about, this is the interface over here. Regular interface like a lot of the other AI tools that we all know, in the sense that it's got this prompt box. And we can also see that it's powered by Nano Banana Pro as well. So if I was to enter a prompt into this, it's going to create the image. I've already done it earlier, and as we can see, these are some mock-ups that I made. But if I wanted to download it, I can click on the download button, and it's going to give me the option of either downloading it in 1K, 2K, or 4K quality. And the only reason why I'm showing this to you is because within Gemini, you're not actually able to choose the level of quality that you want for the images that you've made. So if you want to expand on the use cases when it comes to using Gemini, you're going to have to think outside of the regular platform. And to give you another example of what I'm talking about, if I just go onto the Google AI Studio, as we can see, this one is also powered by Gemini 3. So that's the highest model at the time of me recording this video. You can select other models, but of course I'm going to leave it on this one just for the sake of this example. And let's say if I wanted to build an invoice generator using Gemini 3 within the Google AI Studio, I'm going to show you exactly what it's going to come back with. So I'm going to get the exact same prompt, the one that we used earlier. I'm going to paste it in this section, and I'm going to click on build. And what the AI Studio is going to initially do is come back with some recommendations as to what you're trying to build. So here it's telling me about recurring invoices. So I can add it to the chat or add it to what I'm trying to build if I want, or I can click on next. I can add a quota. I can add an invoice template. It's giving me all of these different options, but I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to wait for it to complete building out this application. But here we go, guys. This is what it was able to come back with if I just make it full screen. So it's very similar to what Gemini was able to do. It's giving me a different version, but instead with this one, you've got so many different options over here when it comes to deploying it and making it go live. So if I wanted to click on this, I'm going to be able to use Google's hosting services when it comes to making it go live with a custom domain. I can use GitHub. And again, all of this was powered by Gemini. But for the most part, I would say that those are some of the main things that you need to know when it comes to you going from a beginner to an expert with Google Gemini. Now, I wanted to keep this video super basic, and I've got another video coming out real soon where I'm going to expand on all of these different features. So be sure to like this video if you like this type of content, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know once a new video has been released. And don't forget to check the resources down below when it comes to being able to piece all of these different use cases together to help you in a practical way. If you want to watch another YouTube video in the meantime as well, where I'm going to be able to show you some other ways that you can use other AI tools to help you when it comes to being able to build up a digital product store, you're going to be able to watch that by clicking the link right there. Check that out straight after this. That video has already helped out countless people, and I'm sure if you're able to watch it from start to finish, it's also going to help you out as well. But as always, guys, I'm going to catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.